SPLC employee allegedly encouraged them to remain involved and offered them a monthly salary of $1,200 to do so. As a result, one informant rose into a leadership role within the KKK, recruited other new members, purchased KKK materials, and were even reimbursed for expenses related to cross-burning events. I can't make this up. This is not just ironic, sir. It's quite outrageous. Sir, as you highlighted in your testimony, these organizations have survived for 55 years, taking donations from generous donors. During this time, were these donors ever informed where and whom their money was being passed on to?
Congressman Hunt.
Yes, sir.
All the allegations in the indictment will be addressed in the Middle District of Alabama in the case pending against the SPLC.
So you were taking money from people, and were they informed that this was actually funding members of the KKK?
Congressman
So if a donor says, hey, I'm going to give y'all $1 million, did you then say, well, we're actually going to have a covert operation that's going to secretly give money to KKK to fund the organization? And then did the donor then say, well, that sounds like a good idea, please take more of my money? That ever happen?
Congressman Hunt, all of the allegations in the indictment will be addressed in the Middle District of Alabama in the criminal proceedings.
So, here in politics, we take money from donors, and, we have a lot of donor meetings, and the first thing we want to do is they want to understand the platform that they are given to. And my guess is that if you have a donor that's given to your organization, you didn't tell them that they were giving money to KKK. That's fair to say. And if they did know that they were giving money to the KKK, I would call that nefarious intent. We have a bigger problem in this country and with your organization. So I will say this. My Democrat colleagues sit here and they defend your organization, and I will use the rest of my time to reiterate what I have said many a day sitting in this chair. The Democrat Party has built an entire political machine on grievance. They don't want to solve problems. They want to reopen wounds of the past. They don't offer vision, they offer victimhood. Racism, white supremacy, Jim Crow, democracy is dying. Why? Because fear is the currency of the Democrat Party. Division is their strategy. Outrage is their oxygen. I had a previous colleague that talked about, seeing a black pilot and what that would mean to Charlie Kirk's comments. And it's funny, black pilot here, by the way. I actually went to flight school, West Point graduate, learned how to fly the Apache helicopter, went to flight school in 2005. You see, there was no DEI. We just simply competed with everyone else, and I was selected, fought in combat, went on to fly 55 combat air missions, and nobody gave a damn what I looked like because I got there on merit. What DEI does is it lowers standards based on race and based on gender. Ma'am, you are nodding your head. First of all, thank you for your legacy. Thank you for your family's legacy. What was your uncle's dream, if you don't mind me asking?
Martin Luther King said he had a dream. It was rooted in the American dream, that one day there would be no black power, no white power, only God power and human power. He wanted us to learn to live together as brothers and sisters and not perish as fools. Why would we only get 10% set aside when we are entitled to the same percentages every American out of the 100%? I'm going to yield back to you because I would talk too long. God bless you, sir.
God bless you, ma'am. And what I understand is that as Democrats would have it, they would think that every single black person should be a Democrat, which would make it the only demographic in the entire world that would think that their entire race should belong to one party. And what your uncle was referring to is this: being judged not by the color of your skin, but by the content of your character, and having representation from all people, from all walks of life, on both sides of the party. And I would argue that we are living your uncle's dream. Are we perfect?
Blood,
no, we're not.
one race.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm seated before you today as the United States Congressman. My brother, sister, and I all went to West Point. We're all West Point graduates. We all served our country. And I'm here to tell you that I am living that dream every single day. And I am so proud of you and proud of what you stand for, because I know it's not easy. But I'm so glad that people like you are fighting the good fight for the great future of this country, because we are here living Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. It's why I am sitting here today being judged not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character, from a white majority district in Houston, Texas, and I've been black for my entire life. Stop listening to the crap of the left and realize that we are all in one boat, rowing in the same direction because of people like you. We must fight against organizations that want to give a dime to organizations like the KKK
Chairman,
for whatever reason. I get back to the remainder of my time.
If you're willing to grant us equal time, I'm fine to let them go as long as they want.
That was good.
Yeah.